Hello there, it's the last Tuesday of the month, and if you don't know what that means, today we'll be looking at the rumours and releases of upcoming LEGO Star Wars sets. But before I get into this video, I'd just like to remind you of all the sets available September the 1st, that's this Friday. And that is Ahsoka's T6, the E-Wing vs Shin Hati Starfighter, the Ghost and Phantom 2, Star Wars 2023 Advent Calendar, and the Chewbacca statue. Now you'll find all of these in your LEGO stores, and I definitely recommend picking up the advent calendars, though I'll have a video talking about all the advents very soon. If any of you keep a list or keep track of all the sets that have come out, you may have noticed we are missing two sets in particular, 75354 and 75367. Now besides this year we've got all the sets from 75344 starting with Boba's Microfighter, which is also the first review I did on this channel, and ending now with the Chewbacca statue. However, one of these two sets are still yet to be announced. 75354 we know is the Coruscant Guard gunship. LEGO have officially announced this. These are all images from lego.com, and it also will be coming out September the 1st. Yes, you haven't misheard, we all assumed it would come out October the 1st. However, right here on lego.com it says coming September the 1st for £130. Now this is a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. It does include Palpatine himself, Padme, Commander Fox, and two Coruscant Guards, and just looks like a stunning build. And let's move on to the final set of this year, 75367, which is rumoured to be a UCS Venator. I'll show you a quick glimpse of my custom Yularen and Tarkin minifigures on screen now, and if you do want to see either of them, be sure to head over to the Shorts tab and watch the full video. But there is one other set that we could be getting this year, 40658, the Millennium Falcon Holiday Diorama. Doesn't look like the other diorama builds and is more of a plate base rather than the fancy tiling all around the bottom. However, it looks like a fun set, especially if this turns out to be a gift with purchase. But the likelihood is that this will be its own set and would sell, hopefully based on a new holiday special. Now we're straight into next year with another polybag. This is for the January release, January 1st. And the piece count does line up with other X-Wing ships, so we could be getting a new E-Wing build that would link to the Ahsoka set coming out Friday. One of the most exciting sets that is coming out next year is 75372, which will be a Clone vs Droids Super Battle Pack. And by Super Battle Pack I mean similar to the original 501st Battle Pack we got a few years ago, and rather than having the smaller £15 builds, we'll be getting builds hopefully the size of the Speeder and AT-RT that we got in the 501st Battle Pack. And I would love for there to be a droid build as well as a clone, and perhaps after the Yavin 4 set coming out with that midi scale Y-Wing, we could see a midi scale starship in this set. But as for which clones and droids are going to be included in this set, I'd love to see some B2 battle droids alongside the regular B1s, and though I really wish we could get Wolfie and the Wolfpack in this set, chances are they'll probably go with the plain Phase 2 clones, as they are the most desired clones right now, much like the 501st clones were when we got that battle pack. Another set coming out January, 75384, the Crimson Firehawk, will most likely be a 4+ set, just like the Tennu Temple, and hopefully not only will this come with Nash Durango and her droid, but will also feature Nubs in minifigure form. Now I have built my own custom Nubs minifigure to accompany the other Jedi at the Tennu Temple, and if you haven't seen that video, do check it out. But this will not be the only new ship coming in January, as 75374 is rumoured to be the ship from Skeleton Crew. We don't know much about Skeleton Crew at the minute, and the only ship we've really seen is from this concept art that they put out at Star Wars Celebration, I believe. But I'm really looking forward to both that show and to see what LEGO create. Taking a break from the sets for a minute, we also have a new visual dictionary, the updated edition, once again releasing in April. when this releases is a bit more lenient, as they do tend to release books earlier or later dependent how quickly they can produce them. However, we do not know what minifigure is coming with this set, and whilst it would be great to get someone like Zeb in this book to complete our Ghost Crew minifigures, or perhaps even Kanan, as there will be no more minifigures due to his end in the Rebel series. I would also like to hear who you think this minifigure could be, so let me know down in the comments below. Back to the sets, we have an 18 plus Millennium Falcon that's coming out hopefully around March. 75375 is the set number, and I think this will be around the same size as the Super Star Destroyer that we got earlier this year. And as we haven't seen helmets for a while, I do assume that this will be replacing the helmets line and giving us Star Wars fans something new to collect. Though it is a shame that the helmets are no more, I do look forward to see what other sets we get at this style, especially with the next set, 75376, being the Tantive 4. I do think, much like the Falcon, this will be another midi-scale ship. And I think these are great display pieces, and I'm really interested to see how they turn out. This set will also be coming out in March, and it's nice to see we've already got so many sets in the works. To accompany its March release, 75387 is set to be a Tantive 4 boarding diorama, and whilst we are not getting another proper diorama, this set will most likely be more in the style of the Luke vs Dark Trooper set that we got. So you can be sure that not only will it look cool, but will also have multiple play features, and will come with not only Vader, but also a few troopers, both Rebel and Imperial. Very similar to the re-release of the Groot statue with a few Venomized parts, we are getting another R2-D2 set, 75379, and though it's about half the price of the last one, I think this is to make it more accessible to people with not as much money, and will be coming out in March. I really think they could mix it up here and perhaps give R2 a more swampy look from Empire Strikes Back, as this would be really cool to get a dirty, more scruffed up R2. I just hope they don't use too many stickers. And jumping forward to May, 40675 and 76 are set to be Brickhead sets. We don't know anything about it, but for a May release, you can be assured that everything is on the table. To accompany this, we've also got the May 4th promo, as we do every year, 40686. And once again, I would love a minifigure in this set, though perhaps a build wouldn't be too bad as long as it's executed perfectly. Another 18 plus set, also coming out in May, is 75381 and is based around a droidica. Now this will be more of the price tag that came with the old R2-D2 and similar to the new BD1, as it will be a giant buildable figure and will look really cool to display with your collection. And also coming out in May to celebrate 25 years of the Phantom Menace, we have 75380, a Bunta Eve pod race diorama. And whilst it'd be great to get minifigure scale pod races to accompany Anakin's, this diorama will look really cool, and perhaps we can have some micro figures, much like the micro scale Hogwarts came with, for all the different pod racers. I've already mentioned this on my channel, but 75377 is Grogu's escape and will feature Kelleran Beck and Grogu as they escape a few clones from the Jedi Temple. It would be great to see which Legion of Clones we get here, as I assume LEGO would probably give us 501st Troopers with the new moulded helmets with the holes in them, as well as Kelleran's Speeder, and perhaps a little bit of scenery from the Jedi Temple. And the final set for May, 75382, is going to be a giant UCS set, as we have every year, and chances are this year it could be Vader's TIE Fighter. This would go great with Luke's X-Wing having just come out this year, and they go so well together, displayed side by side or in an attack position. It's just a shame that they all cost so much. But then again, I guess they have to with all the pieces and all the detail they put into them to make them larger than minifigure scale. As for the set numbers, we don't know. I love the fact that the last 5 are coherent, as it means we could be getting some new mechs in the new year. And as for the rest of them, well, I'm sure we'll see some dioramas and more of the midi-scale ships, and next year featuring not only Acolyte's release, but also being after Skeleton Crew come out and being the anniversaries of Ewok Adventures Episode 1, Rebels, Episode 9 and The Mandalorian. We already know we're getting the Mandalorian set with Keller and Beck, and Episode's 1 anniversaries being celebrated with a pod race diorama. And though I don't think we'll see anything for the Ewok Adventures, I would love for a Rebels or Episode 9 set to come out, and I'm definitely looking forward to what else we get for the newer shows. Once again, don't forget September 1st, not only are we getting all these sets, but we are now getting the Coruscant Guard gunship, which is sure to fly off shelves, alongside some of these Ahsoka sets. But let me know what you're looking forward to down in the comments below. Don't forget to let me know what minifigure you'd like in the visual dictionary. And may the brick be with you, always.